Suspected mass shooter in Colorado Springs, accused of killing and wounding several people inside an LGBTQ bar, pleaded guilty to 5 counts of murder today.
Family and friends of the victims had the chance to face the shooter face-to-face in court, some calling them a monster. Here's ABC's Melissa Adan with the plea deal.
An emotional day in a Colorado Springs courtroom as victims and family members of the Club Q shooting faced Anderson Lee Aldridge, who pleaded guilty to murdering 5 patrons at the LGBTQ plus club last November and wounding at least 19 others. 23-year-old Aldridge, who identifies as non-binary, getting an earful from the victims.
My sister was brutally murdered at Club Q by the careless and selfish act of this coward.
This thing sitting in this courtroom is not a human.
Today, the judge sentencing Aldridge to 5 consecutive life sentences in prison for 5 counts of murder and hundreds of additional years behind bars for Aldridge's plea of 46 counts of attempted murder.
5 consecutive life sentences. 1 life sentence for each murder victim.
The guilty plea sparing the victims' families and survivors a long and potentially traumatic trial. Last November, Aldridge opened fire with an AR-15 style rifle. The killing only stopped after patrons wrestled them to the ground. One of those hero patrons, Richard Fierro.
I have more respect for the adversaries I fought overseas than I do for this individual.
Colorado Springs is a conservative city, and several patrons of Club Q say it had been a safe space for the LGBTQ plus community. The state of Colorado no longer has a death penalty statute. However, Aldridge could face a death sentence in federal court if prosecutors decide to bring charges under the U.S. Code. Melissa Adan, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Aldridge was quickly sentenced to 5 consecutive life sentences in prison, 1 life sentence for each of the 5 people he killed.
Hundreds of additional years were added for the 46 attempted murder counts that Aldridge has already pleaded guilty to.